Hey guys, let's make some snowflakes today. So I found these 3 images on Pinterest with the charts and the snowflakes. So we're gonna attempt to make 1 or 2. The yarn that I'm gonna be using today is this one. It was given to me or donated. I don't know the brand, but it's quite thin, so I am going to be using a 4.25mm hook or G6. But what I would suggest is using a thread for your snowflakes, something like this. First of all, I have only black thread. Second of all, it's very thin and you will probably not be able to see all the details if you are a very beginner. So we are going to be working with acrylic, and if the snowflakes are going to be too large, I can use them as doilies or wherever. Okay, we will start with this snowflake. We will start with a slip knot. And we will chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our, and then slip stitch into the first. There we go, there's our circle. Now we are going to chain 3, that will count as our first double crochet. And we will put another double crochet right next to it. Yarn over, insert the hook into the circle, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to chain 3, again 2 double crochets, one, 2, chain 3 again, and another pair of double crochets. 1, 2. So far we have 3 pairs, so we have to have 6 pairs. So chain 3 again, 1 more pair, and if you don't know how to double crochet, in my playlists I have tutorials, feel free to check them out. So we have 4 pairs, chain 3 with 1 more pair, five, chain 3 again, and this is going to be our last pair of double crochets. Trying to work this tail in so I don't have to sew in a lot of ends. Okay, and now we are going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, and our round is complete. Move them around, arrange them. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet on top of this double crochet. Now 3 single crochets into this space. 1, 2, 3. Again, we are gonna single crochet on top of this double crochet. We're gonna chain 5, 3, 4, 5, put a single crochet on top of the next double crochet, then we're gonna put 3 single crochets into the chain 3 space, and we're gonna repeat all the way around. Again, single crochet here, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, single crochet on top of the next double crochet, chain 3 into the space, 2, 3, same exact steps, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet into the next, 3 single crochet into the space, single crochet, chain 5, 4, 5, single crochet. My problem is keeping the same tension throughout the whole work. Normally I crochet quite loosely, but for the snowflakes it would be nice if you crochet, or if I would crochet a little tight. Okay, so 5 and the last 3 single crochets into the last space. Now we're gonna have to slip stitch to the top, so find the very first gap right here and slip stitch into this, the first chain 5 space 1. Now we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, that will count as our first double crochet. We are gonna add 1 double crochet into the chain 5 space, chain 2, 1 more pair of 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, chain 2 again, and the third pair of 2 double crochets into the same space. So you're going to have 3 pairs of double crochets separated by chain 2. Now we're going to chain 3 and we're going to move to the next chain 5 space, and we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to put 2 double crochets, 1, 2, slide them to the side, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets into the same space, chain 3, and move to the next space. So every time you are going to be chaining 3 and then put 3 pairs of double crochets separated by chain 2, and I will meet you guys right here at the end. Okay, I am almost at the end, so we are going to chain 3 and we will slip stitch into the third chain from the beginning. 1, 2, 3. There we go. This is what we have so far. Probably with the thread it's not gonna be that floppy, but it's still nice. So now let's chain 3, that will count as our first double crochet, and we are gonna put a double crochet on top of this double crochet. Just try to find it. We're gonna chain 2 on top of the next double crochet. We have 2 right here, so on top of this one we are gonna put 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, like so. Then we are gonna chain 2 and put 1 more into the same space, like so. Now we are going to do the opposite. Onto the next space we will put 1 double crochet. We are going to chain 2 and put 2 double crochets. So it's like a mirror reflection. This is what we have. 2, chain 2, 1, and then the mirror reflection. 1, chain 2, 2. Okay. Chain 2. On top of next 2, we're gonna put 1 into each. 1 and 1, and that's our full mirror reflection. We started with 2, we finished with 2, and our mirror reflection on top of the middle ones. Now we're moving to the next. We are not chaining anything in between these, so we are gonna do exactly the same. Put 2 double crochets on top of the first 2 double crochets. We're gonna chain 2 and 2 double crochets into this one. Chain 2, 1 more into the same space, and now we are gonna do the mirror reflection. So we will put 1 double crochet into the next space, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2. We're gonna chain 2 and put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and this is our second part. Okay, let me show you the third one, and the remaining 3 you will do by yourself. So we are gonna put 2 double crochets on top of these 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2. Here we're gonna put 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, everything into the same space. Moving to the next stitch, we will put 1 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets, everything into the same stitch. Then we're gonna chain 2 and put 2 double crochets. Okay, repeat the same steps for the next 3 parts, 1, 2, 3, and I'll meet you at the end. And I'm here almost at the end, and if you remember, we didn't have to chain in between the sections. So what we're gonna do is just slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning and finish the round. Okay, this is what we have so far. And moving on to the last round, we are going to chain 3. That will count as our first double crochet. Put another double crochet on top of the next double crochet or into the next stitch, however you prefer. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets on top of these 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 3. We got to our where we had 1 and 1, remember, from the previous row. So on top of the first one we are gonna put 2 double crochets into the same stitch, we are gonna chain 7 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2. Okay, we are gonna chain 3, 2 double crochets on top of these 2 from the previous row, round. Okay, then we're gonna chain 3. Alright, now you can see that we've gotten to the lowest part of the snowflake. Now we're gonna have to combine all these 4 stitches into one. If you don't know what I mean, let me show you. Let me close up. So you're gonna yarn over, insert the hook into this stitch on top of the double crochet from the previous row, round, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and don't finish the double crochet, leave the 2 chains on the hook. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you have 2 unfinished double crochets and 3 chains on the loop. Move on to the next one, yarn over, insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Now we have 3 unfinished, and let's go to the 4th one and do the same steps, chain only through 2. So you can clearly see we have 4 unfinished double crochets. You're gonna yarn over and pull through all of the chains. There we go. And you kind of gather them together. Now we're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are gonna put a slip stitch into the first chain. So we have a little picot. And I really like to kind of pull 2 stitches. Okay, and slip stitch. There we have our little embellishment on the snowflake. Now we're gonna chain 3. Put 2 double crochets on top of these 2 double crochets. And we're repeating everything all over again. Chain 3. Alright, 2 double crochets on top of this one. We're gonna chain 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 double crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, chain 3, 2 double crochets into the next pair, so 1 double crochet in each. Chain 3, and we get again to our 4 double crochets. We are gonna put all 4 of them into one. So 1 unfinished, 2nd unfinished, 3rd unfinished, and 4th. Now we are gonna yarn over and pull through all. We're gonna chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch into the first. Chain 3, and repeat the same steps. 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets into this one, 1, 2, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 double crochets into the very next stitch, 1, 2, chain 3, 2 double crochets on top of these 2, chain 3, and 4 double crochets together. Yarn over, pull through all the chains, chain 5, 5, slip stitch into the first chain, chain 3, and repeat the same steps on all the sections. We have 3 sections left. These are the 3 sections made. So you can see these are our chain 7 and these are our little chain 5. Go ahead and do these sections and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, we are at the end and we are gonna yarn over, pull through only 2, yarn over, pull through only 2, and to finish it you are gonna insert the hook into the top of chain 3 and pull through all of them. There we go. And chain 5 and slip stitch into this little gap that you had formed. And chain 1 and cut off the yarn. What I would suggest before you guys pin it and dry it, if you are OCD like myself, put lines very light and organize the rays according to the lines so your snowflake is perfect. If you don't care and if you are a free spirit, then feel free to do it however you want. Now when it's pinned, you can buy from Walmart or any other craft store. I buy mine from Walmart. A spray starch, sprayed generously, really well. If you want your snowflake to dry as fast as possible, obviously use a hair dryer. And if you want the snowflake to be an ornament, instead of chaining only 5, I would chain here like 15 or 20 to make this loop longer, and you can use it to put it on the Christmas tree. Okay, now you have basic ideas how to dry your snowflakes. Let's go ahead and make the next one. The next one I liked was this one. So we're gonna go ahead and make it. We will start with a slip stitch again. And this one is gonna be faster because it's easier. We're gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip stitch into the first to form a ring. Chain 2. 1, 2. That will count as our first unfinished double crochet. Then we are gonna start, let me take the tail in. We're gonna start the next double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and now yarn over, pull through all of them. So this will count as 2 double crochets together. We'll chain 3. We're gonna put another pair of 2 double crochets together. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, first unfinished, yarn over, pull through 2, and there we go. So we need 6 of these. I'm so afraid that you guys will not like if the tutorials are too long. So I'm trying to either be too fast or I'm trying to choose some very short tutorials. Please let me know in the comments below if you care if the tutorial is too long or you're ready to go through all the lesson just to learn something new. I would highly appreciate your advices down in the comment section, because guys, I'm here for you and I want you to like what we do and to actually enjoy the tutorials. Okay, once we've chained 3, we are gonna slip stitch into the top of our tower. Okay, there we go. This is what we have so far. For the next round, we will chain 1 and we will put 2 single crochets into this space. So 1, we'll separate them by chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put the second one into the same space. Double crochet, single crochet. Now we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna move to the next one. So we're gonna put single crochet into this on the top of the this group. 1 single crochet. We're gonna chain 5, and the next one, the second single crochet into the same space. Chain 4, and we're gonna do the same exact thing in all of these sections. So you're gonna put on top of the group of 2 double crochets, single crochet, chain 5, and a single crochet. Go ahead and finish. I will meet you at the end. Okay, we're gonna chain the 4 chains. We're gonna slip stitch right here in between the chain 1 and the single crochet from the beginning of the round. Now we need to get to the top of this space, so we're gonna slip stitch into these 2 chains. This is the first one, and into the second. And now we are gonna chain 3. So okay, slip stitch the 3rd time, and we can chain 3. That will count as the double crochet. We're gonna add 1 more double crochet into this space, chain 2, put a single crochet into the space of chain 4, chain 2, into our chain 5 we are gonna put 2 double crochets, 1, 2, slide them aside, chain 3, and 2 more double crochets into the same space. 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna arrange them so they are at the top. Again, we're gonna chain 2, single crochet into this space. We're gonna chain 2 again, and again into our chain 5 space, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2. This is what we have. So we're gonna chain 2, again single crochet into the next space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 double crochets into this space. chain 2 again, single crochet into the next space, chain 2 again, and put the group. So just go ahead and do all the way around. I will meet you guys right here almost at the end, and we'll show you how to finish. We are almost at the end, so we're going to put a single crochet into this space, chain 2. Right here where we slip stitched, we are going to add 2 more double crochets into this space, 1, 2. So we have our 2 from the beginning, 2 at the end. We're going to chain 1, and we are going to put a double crochet into the top of chain 3. Okay, and that will count as our space like we have here. And to begin our last round, we are going to single crochet into the space. We're going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the base of the single crochet. I like to catch the 2 loops. Sometimes people do only 1 loop. I just like it a little more secure. There we go. We're going to chain 2. So we're going to skip the first one and single crochet into the second one. Chain 3 and slip stitch into the base. Okay, now we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch into this single crochet. Chain 2. Alright, single crochet into the first double crochet of the next section, chain 3 and slip stitch into the base of the single crochet, chain 2 and move on to the space. So into the space we're going to put single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the base of it, 1 more single crochet, but we're going to chain 5 this time, 3, 4, 5, and slip stitch again into the base of the single crochet, and 1 more single crochet and chain 3 and slip stitch into the base. We're going to chain 2, move on to the skipping this double crochet, move into the next one, and we're going to put a single crochet, chain 3 and slip stitch into it, chain 2 and slip stitch into the single crochet from the lowest part. So this is our section. So each section will begin with a picot. Well, in Russian it's called picot, where you single crochet, chain certain amount of chains and slip stitch into the single crochet. So there is the section picot with on top of the first double crochet, skip the second one, picot of 3, picot of 5, picot of 3 into the space, skip, and picot of 3 into the last double crochet of the section. Then you chain 2 and slip stitch, and we are gonna chain 2 and begin this section. So single crochet into the first double crochet of the section, chain 3, slip stitch into the base of the single crochet, chain 2, go into the center of this space, single crochet, picot of 3 and slip stitch, Then we're gonna single crochet, make 5, and slip stitch into the base, and 3 again. So single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the base. Alright, and chain 2 and single crochet and picot of 3 into the last double crochet of that section. Chain 2, slip stitch into the single crochet, and this is our second section. So this was the first, this is our second. Make sure that each of your sections has 5 picots. Alright, so we're gonna chain 2 and slip stitch into the single crochet. There's our section done. Again, we have 5 picots, and to the last one. So we're gonna chain 2, put a picot of 3 into the first double crochet of the section, chain 2. Alright, here we already have a picot of 3 when we started the round, so we're gonna add single crochet, chain 3, slip stitch into the base, and single crochet, chain 5, 5, slip stitch into the base, and we are gonna slip stitch into the base of the first picot. So try to find the space between the double crochet and the chain 1, or the beginning chain, and slip stitch into it, chain 1, and pull a long loop and cut off the yarn. And this is how our second snowflake looks like. Again, if you want to make it a ornament where we chained the last 5 chains of the middle picot, put 15, 20, 25 as long as you want, and then finish the round. And this is it for today's tutorial. We made 2 snowflakes, number 1 and number 2. Let me know which one is your favorite. I think I like number 2 just a tad more. And if you had fun learning something new today, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next Sunday with another tutorial. Have a great week. Bye bye.